I know Zittel alluded to it earlier, but how do you prevent conditioning issues this time around?
I'm eating different. I'm definitely eating different because I have to make the weight.
You vegan now, right?
Nah, can't do the vegan.
No pork.
No pork.
Never
ever.
that.
Never pork. But I'm eating different.
He's Muslim.
What that's done is giving me better fuel.
Okay.
So now I'm going into my workouts with better fuel. So in order to put myself at the position to be able to actually perform at a high level for a long time, I got a lot better fuel in my body now, and I'm able to keep a higher pace for a longer time. So without giving away too much, the conditioning it was in the preparation and the way that you prepared and what you prepare for. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I keep it 100. I took Kenzie lightly. I didn't think Kenzie was going to be the competition that he was. I didn't think that, like Shawn said, I hadn't seen him really get hit a lot. I hadn't seen him really go through anything. And I was like, man, this guy's fought all walk through fights. He's never been in there with anyone like me. And I was almost right. But Kenzie, I underestimated how much he wanted. He wanted it just as much as me. The sport means to him a hell of a lot because his dad was a world champion. I underestimated that. He loves the sport just like I love the sport, and I feel like that was his hurrah. I feel like that was his hurrah moment in that 5th round, and he laid it out because it was really all he could do. If he loses another round, and it's pretty much over because I'm dominating, and you in there getting dominated by somebody. I mean, it's pretty tough. But he did what he had to do. He stepped on the gas and he landed the punches that hurt me, and the outcome was the outcome. But like I said before, I was still on my feet. I was still contesting the stoppage. I felt like it was early, but I took the loss as a lesson, and that was probably the best thing that could happen. Because now look where I'm at.
Good way to transition here. I just did the Akin Barak. I did an interview with Akin Barak. Shout out to them. They have the Akin Barak show on the Zone daily. You guys need to check that out.
Shout out to those guys.
Awesome guys.
Yeah. Yep.
Solid dudes.
On air,
New
off
Yorkers.
air. Yeah, straight up. Straight up. I do rock with a lot of New Yorkers. Anyway,
the whole team in New York.
They asked the question, he says, you never want to lose, but is it like a blessing in disguise? And I said, no fighter wants to lose. I said, but what losing forces you to do is really stop and do a self-assessment on yourself and really fix what's wrong. So you'll get guys that will kind of, get a gift on fight night. And if you get that gift, you may play a mind game with yourself.
I'm good.
And keep it pushing.
Yeah.
I said the losses that I've had when I've seen other people take losses, it forces you to stop and really fix what's wrong. And I'm glad that you're not just leaning on running every day to be in shape for a fight. You understand that the food you put in your body is fuel.
Absolutely.
And as told to me by my dad and a bunch of other different people, our bodies are like cars.
Mm-hmm.
The fancy car that you got in the garage, what are you gonna put it? What fuel are you putting in that? You ain't putting the 87 in that. So why would you put cake and ice cream and pizza and all these things inside your body before a big fight? You wouldn't do it. So I'm actually glad because you answered the question. Like I'm handling the conditioning, but guess what? I'm eating better. Even more importantly, I'm just coming off of a loss, so I'm really, really hungry. And they didn't know that I was really hungry, and they're about to find out August 6th. So
absolutely,
I dig that. Hey, do you are you watching boxing when you ain't doing it?
Oh, absolutely. When I had the time, this being in the pay-per-view is it's not overwhelming, but it is definitely a calling that I've seen before. I've seen many champions go through training camps, and now is my time. So it's like train, eat, sleep, train, eat, sleep, train, eat, sleep, train, eat, sleep. So I'm training, then I'm eating, then I'm sleeping. And actually, that's another huge part of this training camp that was not really a big focus in my last camp. Sleeping. I wasn't getting and like I said, man,
You staying up playing too much 2K?
So much props, Fortnite. So much props to Kidsy Morrison. But I don't take anything away from his win. He got the win over me. I congratulate him, wish him all the success. But like I said, you go back and you look at things that you could have changed. I could have slept. My sleeping pattern could have been better. And now I'm sleeping better. I'm sleeping for the right amount of hours, and I'm getting up. I'm eating and I'm training, and I got X amount of training sessions a day, and we're few going into every training session, so that way I can give these training sessions 100%. So by me giving these training sessions 100%, it's more so emulating fight night.
Yeah.
So fight night, I got to go 8 rounds at what I want to be 100%, but nobody can go, or nobody that I've seen yet in boxing can go 100% every round. So it's my job to be able to go like either 95, 90% every round and keep going and keep it above that, as opposed to.
What percent was I at?
Well, man, look, when Shawn is on that, I've never seen nobody run the track, and I've seen so many people run, right? I've seen so many people run. I've never seen anybody run like you.
Yeah.
If y'all ever see Shawn run on the track,
With
this
boxing
man,
gloves
You'll never see me run on the track again.
Yeah, you do run. He does run with his boxing gloves
No,
on.
he said it as if
What's up?
you might get an opportunity to experience what he had an
Why you
opportunity to
run with
experience.
your boxing gloves on?
it's crazy.
on. He gets right to the
That's
middle.
what Shawn.
You
That's
run
what,
with your boxing
that's
gloves
what Sean
on?
Gibbons.
When I
thinks
was with
boxing
Shawn, I
is.
had to. But this man is like tearing up the track with his feet. It's crazy, because you'll be behind him and he's like, the way his feet is just grinding into the track. And actually, Shawn, you are right. You have one of the best engines that has ever been seen in boxing, man. And like, I witnessed it myself, how you got that engine. You ate correctly. You slept correctly. You only was in the gym or at the track and didn't let anything really deter you from doing your job.
Yeah.
And I'm motivated by fighters like you, by fighters like Floyd, fighters like my dad, and so many others that dedicated themselves to the sport, and then it comes out to play on fight night. But if I was to put a number on it, like Shawn would be at, probably if he was at 100 in the first round, he'd be at like 97, 98 come round 10. Like it's an incredible feat to be able to do that, and not a lot of people.
It's here too.
Yeah.
Just so you know,
Yep.
it's here too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just so you
Thank
know.
you for saying that too.
It's here too.
Yes,
Straight
sir.
up.
Yes, sir. I hear you.
I never counted the rounds. And like when they would walk by with the card, like
Never look at it.
I
Close his
specifically put my head down because I didn't want to know what round it was. My dad would jump in the ring sometimes, and he look out, hey, what round is it? And I would try to turn my ears off to what round it was, because to me, it's not about seeing the finish line. It's about doing whatever it takes to get there. You know,
And that's how you fight.
and that was the mentality
Yep.
that I had.
That's how you
Yeah.
fight too.
It
'Cause
didn't matter.
you can tell.
Didn't matter what round it was. I was
Yep.
gonna do what I needed to do.
100% too. 100% going 100%. There's no like take a round off. You see a lot of fighters take rounds off,
Yeah.
and you can tell. But now with Shawn, it's full fledged. Balls to the wall the whole time.
Well, everybody watching, that's Hasim Rahman Jr. getting in the ring against Jake Paul August 6th out there in New York, Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
At the Mecca.
Yes, sir.